On today's show, Volkswagen is tossing out its CEO, Matthias Mueller. California says it's ready to compromise with Trump on fuel economy standards, and a new hub motor design could revolutionize electric cars. All that and more coming right up on Autoline Daily. This is Autoline Daily, the show for enthusiasts of the automotive industry. Well, despite hitting record sales and profit last year, the VW Group will toss out its CEO, Matthias Mueller. The 64-year-old has been head of the company since 2015 and actually had his contract extended recently until 2020. But Mueller did not seem like the executive who could change VW's corporate culture, the one that tolerated cheating on diesel emissions and colluding with other German automakers. Mueller's replacement is 59-year-old Herbert Diess, who is currently head of the VW brand and came over from BMW. VW shares jumped over 4% on the news. Well, could the California Air Resources Board and Trump's EPA find common ground? Bloomberg reports that the CARB is willing to compromise on fuel economy regulations as long as California is allowed to keep its own standards. Part of any deal could include California giving automakers more credits and removing some rules, like forcing automakers to include pollution from power plants that generate electricity for electric cars. Who knows how this will turn out, but it is significant that California signaled it's ready to compromise. Well, there's more fireworks happening in the supplier industry. Yesterday, Tenneco bought Federal-Mogul for $5.4 billion, but the plan is to split them into two independent, publicly traded companies, one focusing on the aftermarket, while the other one focuses on selling powertrain technology to automakers. Has a California startup cracked the code on hub motors for EVs? That's coming up next.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone Tires, your journey, our passion. Dow Automotive Systems, advanced materials that deliver better results. And by Lear, a global leader in automotive seating and electrical systems.
Holy moly! The auto show wars are going thermonuclear! Well, not quite, but CES just signaled a deal with the Paris Auto Show to do a tech show that coincides with press days on October 2nd and 3rd. They're calling it Mondial Tech. But the organizers of NAIS were considering moving the Detroit show from January to October. But obviously, this complicates those plans. Little over a year ago, we showed you the Buick Velite 5. It's actually a rebadged version of the Chevy Volt that Buick sells exclusively in China. Now Buick is going to offer a vehicle for China called the Velite 6. It's unclear if this vehicle is just the next-gen version of the Velite 5 and still based on the Chevy Volt, but interestingly, it will come as both a plug-in hybrid and a full battery electric. The styling is based on the Velite concept, shown back in November of 2016. And before you go telling us that this might be Buick's version of the Bolt EV, we think the Inspire concept it just teased could be that vehicle. In-wheel electric hub motors are not a new concept, and they've never caught on due to weight and cost constraints. But now California startup Orbis Driven hopes to have cracked the code. Its technology splits the wheel into a stationary hub and an outside ring. The ring is driven by an electric motor around the stationary hub. A traditional hub motor weighs about 65 to 70 pounds, but Orbis Driven setup comes in at 35 pounds. The company is currently testing two 70 horsepower units on a rear of a Honda Civic Type R, converting it from front-wheel drive to all-wheel. But the company says it's ready to move from the prototype phase to production and hopes to attract automakers looking for an easy way to convert an existing car or platform into a hybrid. And let us know in the comments if you think Orbis Driven has cracked the code for electric hub motors. Coming up next, we'll take you behind the wheel of the all-new Volkswagen Jetta.
Lighter, safer, stronger, quieter, and more sustainable. Tell us where you need to go, and we'll help you get there. Dow Automotive Systems. We don't succeed unless you do.
Yesterday, we gave you some of the engineering and marketing background on the new Volkswagen Jetta. Today, let's talk about driving impressions. And the Jetta is everything you'd expect from a Volkswagen: tight, connected to the road, and responsive. Its tiny 1.4-liter turbo is up to the task for almost any driving situation. The power comes on quickly, and the engine feels smooth almost all the way up to redline. The steering is crisp, precise, and linear, meaning the car goes exactly where you want it to. The brakes are firm and well modulated, and the chassis is impressively solid. Inside, the seats are wide and comfortable, with very good thigh support. All the controls are simple and easy to find, and there's a noticeable lack of wind noise, even if you're traveling above posted highway speed limits. Volkswagen owners are going to love this car. Our only critique is the styling. It's not off-putting, but compared to the competition, it looks a bit stodgy. But if VW can convince shoppers to come in and take test drives, the 2019 Jetta can sell itself. Hey, you're not going to want to miss tomorrow's Autoline After Hours. Joining John and Gary is Rich Silbert, the Engineering Development Manager for the new Jeep Cherokee. If you have any questions, send them our way to viewermail@autoline.tv. And then join us live at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on our website, autoline.tv, for some of the best insider discussions in the automotive industry. But that brings us to the end of today's show. Thanks for watching. Please join us again tomorrow.